Hey everyone, how's your Friday going? Just had a nice lunch with some of my coworkers. And now it's time for a little artifact. Yes, let's check the dropped frames. Looks like 0%, which is good. Okay. Now I'm going to load up my PNG file here by tier list from yesterday. Take a look at it. I saved it for myself so I can outsource my thinking while drafting to myself from yesterday. Okay. And I'd like to make it so that you could also take a look while I'm taking a look at that. So let's see if I can do a image. Nice. I guess I can keep it here for the draft at least. Okay. Let's see if I can make it disappear. I can. Alright, so anytime I get tired of it, it is gone. Good. Alright, let's queue up for a game here. And it might be a while till we get one. So this is a good time for questions. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, got a game here against Just Player. He's a pretty good player. Takes the tree. Taking a look at my tier list now. Okay, I guess for you it's on the same screen, but for me I have to sort of tab out of the game. Taking you look at my tier list, it should be Earthshaker. And I do agree with my tier list. Okay. Now the highest would be Shadow Fiend. That being said, as soon as you take one hero, it sort of means you have to take your picks into account, which the tier list is sort of more like in a vacuum. Not exactly in a vacuum though. So Axe can help to defend the Earthshaker. Jamoy, yeah, could be a potential very playable blue hero. But hero card, Runic Instigation. We don't know if we'll have a target for that yet. Sandkang, pretty good. Shadow Fiend, very good, but I haven't really tried it in an Earthshaker composition, per se. So I could get Experimental, or I could go with the Axe, which is a pretty safe pick. Problem with black is if you want to play black, there's sort of one strategy to play most of the time. And Earthshaker does not fit that strategy too well. So I'm going to go Axe. Okay. Should be Legion Commander for my opponent now. Yes, and now Quick Mazzy. Interesting. Timber Saw, I believe I placed it high A tier. Yes. So I'll take that. And now we're off for Tidehunter, which is quite good. That being said, Pierpont also S tier. And I'll have one blue hero. But I'm also denying the Tidehunter from my opponent, who is playing red, and he can't really pick the Pierpont as easily. So this is a good pick. Leave him with a Bristleback and a Farben for his colors. Probably going to be Bristleback to stop the Earthshaker. But now my comp is also wide open, so I could go green. He picked Farben. Okay. No, I can't really go green. Okay. I don't really want Rix. I could take an Ursa. I could take a Nyx. I could take Imperia. Not really interested in that. I think my starting comp is strong enough, so I think Nyx. And then if I get a good blue hero, I'll pick a blue hero. If I get a good black hero, I'll pick a black hero. So this keeps me open. And, wow, okay, there's Drow Ranger here. And Drow Ranger is pretty much... Well, okay. I could get run over if I allow the Drow Ranger. Crystal Maiden's not bad, though. Tinker's also not bad. Tinker's ability comes in last turn, though. And I already have an ability that comes in the last turn. I'm also already stacking 5 active abilities, so I think Crystal Maiden would be better. She can give me some mana to use my actives properly. So I expect my opponent to go Drow Ranger and then probably cut the Farben. So his comp will have... Let's see, where did I put the tree? Tree is S tier. So Tree, Legion, Underlord Drow. Yeah, his team has 4 S tier units. Which is a little bit better than mine, I feel. Mazzy, actually, I didn't rate that one yesterday because it was not on the list and I forgot about it. It's a newer hero. So I'll have to add that in. Okay, so do I want Crystal Maiden turn 1? Probably. Why not, right? And Earthshaker can come in last turn. Axe can go deal with the Drow Ranger. And Earthshaker brings up the rear. I like it. I like the comp. Unfortunately, both blue heroes are pretty susceptible, so I'll have to very carefully plan how I use Earthshaker's card. A lot of times I'll probably just get dueled before I can use it. So I have to plan my initiative and plan my spots. Okay. And let's see, he's Drow with Mazzy coming in next, Underlord last. Interesting. Okay, so I'd like to do Tide mid. Let's check my deck. I have Temple of War. I don't have much other stuff to buff the Tide. Interesting. It's actually kind of bad, honestly. 3 Legion Standard Bearers. Okay, that's pretty good. So I should try and keep everything alive to make best use of those. Okay, now we deploy Timbersaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to deploy him somewhere so that I can take advantage of the movement trick. So I guess this would take the best advantage of it. And then Crystal Maiden in the side lane. And my opponent's deck, duel. Not too much late game here. Importantly, no Capture Thunderhides. So we're both rocking pretty early game decks. So I'd like to vie for early game control. Okay, Smeevil. I didn't even see that I had a Smeevil in this deck. Is my only one? Yes. Interesting. So I could play this right now and potentially farm 2 attack this turn. Let's see what my opponent does first. This tree looks like it's pretty strong. It's going to stand there for a while, but not really. Not really. Okay. But Atrophy Aura in the tree, so I should definitely work on taking that down as fast as I can before it gets too many stacks. And that's his turn as well, so let's put down the Smeevil. I guess here. It's already +1 attack. It's going to be 2 after this combat. Okay, in order to clear this, he's probably going to have to bring in Mazzy, which means I can get another extra stack on the Tide when I deal battle damage next turn. Of course, the tree is getting some value here off the Atrophy Aura and the minions from his being S tier. Bard Mail, too early for that item, so I'll skip. Okay, the axe I said was going to come and deal with Drow. Okay, he did bring the Mazzy in. So unless he can kill this minion immediately, then I'll get 3 more attack on the Tidehunter when I play a card in this lane. Seems if I didn't play the Courier last turn, I'd be able to have initiative this turn, but at the same time, okay, duel. Same time, I think I would have lost out in other ways. Okay, so let's open with the Legionnaire. And that should probably go left. Next I can go Shock Trooper to proc Tidehunter at the right lane, or mid lane. And take a quick cast, so roll for the initiative. And I'll leave Drow Ranger up in this lane and try to proc her next turn with initiative. Do I want to clear this minion? Or go for face damage? If I'm planning to... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I'm planning to swing over the Timbersaw, I can kill this thing much more cheaply next turn than at the cost of a minion. +3 attack. Let's see where he puts the item. Should be on Mazzy if he wants to play towards Mazzy. Just leave Druid, okay. Ring of Basilius, okay. So that means even after I cleared the tree, the minions will still be very healthy in the lane. Taking a lot of damage right. Slowly winning left, I guess. That item on Mazzy was very important. Now I'm still sort of losing mid instead of just being able to take it for free. So I will need to definitely bring Timbersaw over. Necronomicon or Crown of the Undying. It's probably not going to be Phase Boots. Well, this is an extra minion. This is a minion instead of a minion. Take the crown for now. Okay. Legion Commander's turning into a bit of a problem here. This is a problem that I don't have a spell to play mid to proc the Tidehunter right now, which I certainly do need. Okay, so I have an idea. I'll put Earthshaker mid. Slide the Timbersaw over, then bounce the Timbersaw to put it in right lane next turn. Then I can play a spell from mid. I'll try to kill this. That's 1 mana, 4 mana, 1 mana left for something. Oh yeah, I have to bounce with Earthshaker. So that's already all my mana accounted for this turn, I guess. Too many actives. Okay. Okay, so I guess I should start by killing this girl. I make my tier list follow the bell curve and place them in tiers to match that shape and distribution. Yeah, I suppose I could have done it a lot of different ways, but I just, well, I don't think tiers necessarily would have to follow a bell curve, though I understand why you do it that way. Okay, so Mazzy there. So do the foresight first. I don't think I accounted for the Timbersaw mana. And if I didn't, that's a big problem. And I didn't. So I'll get the extra Tidehunter damage on face this turn here. But right lane's going to be in a big... Well, that's not true necessarily. Because either I get initiative here or I don't. If I get initiative here, then I can Echo Slam right. If I do not get initiative here, then he won't have played much stuff this turn. Okay, so excellent. Now this whole... I have initiative. I'm not going to play this Crown of the Undying. That's a trap. Even this Earthshaker is living now as well. So since there's 4 units right lane, I can Echo Slam for 8, and that will clear the whole lane if I take initiative. So it's either clear this whole lane or get 1 additional zombie. Much rather clear the lane. Which made buying this a bad choice in retrospect, but it's also possible he could have just played 1 big card at the beginning of the turn and then initiative wouldn't have mattered. So. Okay, so he's pushing the Tidehunter away. Fine. Guess he's just trying to get some use out of the item. Okay, so now the little girl comes back and clears the whole lane. I'd like to go with the ring now to keep something alive. It could even keep the Earthshaker alive, technically. Okay, the tree's coming back. It's fine. Does provide a lot of value to the lane. Okay, so we've saved right lane for now. Mid lane is going down pretty quickly. I have a huge card advantage from the card draw and the fact that my opponent's playing a fast game. I can't even play all my items. This is sort of a weird situation. Okay, Spirited Greeble. That'll save him some tower damage. Right. So what item... Oh, I totally forgot about the free mana from Crystal Maiden. Right, so I have 2 more mana now. Alright, that makes me feel a lot better. So, what can I do with that now? Well, I can get 1 damage additional on the Tidehunter while clearing a minion. I can get Quick Cast, so I can get initiative back after I play an item, which sounds like the best option. Where does the item go and which item though? I feel like I want to spawn more garbage left, so I'm going to put Crown of the Undying on Axe here. I'm going to let the Earthshaker die. More Greebles, okay. Okay, now I'll take initiative. I mean, I already have initiative actually. So maybe I should just pass. Also, there's another choice here to Frostbite this, which I don't think it's a good Frostbite. Well, yeah, actually I guess it's not bad. It means I can play blue spells from mid for the turn. It would give my opponent initiative. Or I could also do Ring of Trask and Poise to Strike and always give up initiative. Problem with giving up initiative now is the silence next turn. Let's just see what happens if I do this now. And then I can Poise to Strike if I so desire. I don't know, I kind of feel like saving Frostbite for the extra mana next turn again. Opponent passed. He has initiative, so let's play this. Yeah. Okay. Pretty good turn. Alright, have a good night. Yep, thanks for checking out the tier list. Okay, so he's initiative. Not so interested in farming gold anymore. I think I need some punch now to end the game. Left lane's getting a little clogged. I'd like to draw more cards to get into another Earthshaker card. Stonehall Cloak, yeah, it's a bit late for that. So maybe I do just try to farm a little bit of income. Although, I mean, I'm farming income just by not buying that, right? Yeah, buying that also precludes me from pressing this button, so it really costs 15 gold. Let's just skip and perhaps upgrade next turn. Yeah, so now I'm curious to see if we'll silence the Crystal Maiden or not. Silence the axe. Okay. Interesting. If that's the case, I would like to stun the Mazzy. So no shenanigans happen mid. He passed, okay. Let's draw then, I think. Or is that too greedy? I was gonna play some stuff in left lane, but I can't. Can definitely kill off the drow. Let's just draw, I think. Okay, so my opponent wants initiative, I suppose. I can definitely take back initiative with the Shock Trooper. What am I going to use initiative for, though? I don't really think it's necessary. I think it's probably just going to use it as a duel on the Crystal Maiden. So I think I'll put down the Spirit Swordsman. And probably Lightning Strike right lane. Farms. Okay, so the Drow dies, that's good. My guy will be down to 1, so if it's a duel, that's like the worst value duel he could play. I have the Blink Scroll to save right lane again. I have an extra swordsman here. And these items also do not make me that excited. Let's go for an upgrade. Okay, so I'm considering between... Well, no, I guess I should definitely do the Ristal Emblem, right? Or does this +2 armor help me survive the tree hit? I already have an armor item there, though, so let's go Broadsword. Broadsword is a great item for Axe. On my tier list, I've talked about how Axe... okay, so he might just duel the Axe, then. Is it enough? Is he enough? It's 6, right? It's not enough. So what does he have then? Like another duel, or maybe Poised to Strike? Huh. Well, I have to say that's a good start. He just played a duel for no value. What I'd like to do is equip the Broadsword and then fighting kill all these 3, but if I equip the Broadsword, then he'll just use whatever he has to kill the Axe anyway. So maybe I should start with something else. I'll start with a Whirling Death here. That at least threatens it, and it doesn't waste my sword. Threatens the Axe Punch to kill off some of these things. In fact, it threatens everything because of the Culling Blade. I can coal. And if Axe happens to die here, then I will probably just move the Timbersaw over and coal anyway. Okay, so that was the plan, huh? Okay, so I'll abandon mid with Timbersaw. I sort of wanted to move Timbersaw right lane, but this lane has more upside right now. Also, if I get rid of the tree, then I can... I guess the tree could duel my Timbersaw now. Now the duel can do that. But he's already used 2 duels, right? Yeah, 2 duels are down with 23 cards left in deck. The tree has... Wow. It says 7 stacks, but he still has... Oh yeah, Whirling Death. Yeah, so he has 7 stacks of Atrophy. That's quite strong. Okay, so Culling Blade will stun the lane, so I'll get another Culling Blade for free here. And then I'll be able to take this lane back. Earthshaker's still not dying. So definitely a lot of value on this ring so far. It stopped 6 damage. And last turn I stunned the Mazzy, so it stopped nothing, and this turn it'll stop 6 damage again. So it's a gain of 12 life so far. And then the question will be, where do I put my sword, I guess. Okay, he's buffing up that. Obviously I'm going to take this action first because it's always happening. And what's the play now? Stonehall's Conscriptor. Okay, he spent all the mana, no items left. Cannot even move this Underlord. So, definitely think about sorting the Crystal Maiden and then frostbiting the Underlord. So I take no damage. My Crystal Maiden will live. And I think at the same time... Yes, at the same time I'll even be able to bounce this minion with Earthshaker to prevent him from drawing another card. Yeah, I guess he'll still be battling the unit, won't he? He'll still be battling this tree thing that I summoned, or the rock. I don't know if it counts as battling. I'll have to watch his hand carefully. So first let's frostbite this. Frostbite that. Sword her up. And I have 1 mana. I need initiative anyway, so let's use Fissure. I could also bounce the Tidehunter as well. And commit Tide to another lane. But I think I would not like to do that. Okay, so let's see if he gets the free minion here or not. He did. Interesting. So that still counted as battling. Okay. But of course I have an extra melee creep in hand now. So that's a bit of a trade. I still have 1 Whirling Death, so Crystal Emblem seems not bad at all. Phase Boots now is starting to look pretty good with a 1 health high attack guy, so let's do Phase Boots actually instead, I think. Okay, he's not going to save right lane yet. I guess right lane will be saved next turn with the combination of units. But now there's a chance I could just power it down, right? So it's already 10 damage, I can get 8 more. Guess not, actually. Okay, Atrophy Aura. Right. Spirit Swordsman Swing work. Looks like this guy will eventually die this turn. Unless I use the Phase Boots. Or Frostbite, I suppose. I can always use a shock trooper for quick. Yeah, I think I definitely want initiative next turn with him getting 3 heroes back. Let's start off. If I'm assuming I always get initiative back, let's start off this way. That is a bit of a problem, isn't it? So he'll deal 1... Oh, actually it's really just killing this minion. Which is annoying, but not the end of the world. He battles a unit, so I really don't want to battle this. I'd rather take the tower damage. And I could put another melee creep there after he pings it anyway. Okay. Let's do phase boots on the CM. I don't think there's any benefit to blink scrolling just yet. I'm still choosing between killing left, right, and mid, so I don't want to overplay the hand here. Alright, so that's an extra stack for him on the aura. I lost a minion. Now, if I deploy the shock trooper, it'll be 4 attack. Still not enough to clear that. Well, I guess I could still do it, right? For some reason, I'm worried about losing all my blue heroes next turn, so I'm just going to disarm this again. It also gives a Tidehunter stack over here. Alright, what's next? Let's leave Druid, okay. This is a pretty important minion. So I think that's worth spending a Whirling Death. Also saves 2 life on the Timber Saw. I'll push as hard as I can in left lane this turn so that my opponent has to divide the forces next turn between left and right. Stonehawk Cloak there, okay. Now one interesting thing I can do now, and I just thought of it, is to cull the Fusilier and deal an extra 6 to face. I don't think it's worth it though. I'll put a melee creep here. So you have a little tower health, deal a little damage. And then take back initiative in mid. Now my opponent, if he pushes this to the left, it still won't be a kill on my Earthshaker because this is reduced attack. Probably still a good idea to push though because it's still a battle. So he can get one more additional minion if he pushes it, which is amazing. It's one extra card. Okay, did not go for it. So now I have initiative. Really like to draw another Echo Slam. Okay, this is all trash. I guess some of it wasn't trash, but I couldn't afford it. And I think Axe left now makes sense. It'll have the buffed attack stat. I have initiative, so I can immediately duel 3 things in this lane. Okay. And if I just end up dueling 1, I think it's fine. And my guy will live with plenty of health. Oh. Sorry, he has -1 attack. Of course. Of course, the Atrophy Aura strikes again. Aha. So that happened. And now a lot of bad things are happening. Okay. So let's see. I have the blink scroll. So I could blink left or right. I think the first order of business should be to get the Crystal Maiden to a safer spot. Or she's still threatening to kill the tower over 2 turns. If we trade right lane, then I'll naturally slowly win. Okay, Gust on the left lane again. It seems like a good play. But actually I didn't have any resource to buff Axe's attack anyway. Didn't have that card in my deck either. I could get a Morphling Whelp out. It's not bad against this thing because it will let us both draw a minion. Okay, so it's -9. Alright, so what happens if I blink Tidehunter right lane now? It should be lethal unless he has another resource. It's also risky because he can probably kill mid over 2 turns. So let me start with this. See if there's anything else. If I can get him to play the last card, then I will be happy, right? Okay. That reduced the attack by 1. Although I killed my own minion, so that gave the tree another attack. I mean, if he plays his last card here, I can just blink right. If it's a silence, it's different. Disarm each unit pointing at equipped hero. Ah, so this is interesting. Now they've actually made Mazzy's items into, instead of like cards that create an item, when played, they are actually items. But from my point of view, I cannot see that actually being the case in my opponent's hand. So yeah, we blink Tide right, and that will be 8 damage applied to right on top of 9, so that's enough. Right lane is battling first, so that should be lethal. And so that's why you spend the blink scroll at the end, right? If I had spent it earlier, then the tree would be over here killing me. But since lethal was soon to be threatened mid, he came mid, and then, you know, it's better if you get the towers all within killing range, and then the opponent picks their deployments, then you pick your deployment. I don't think the gust actually could have been applied here. I think it needed to be applied mid. Because, I mean, there's no way my opponent can wrangle left from me. My left lane is at 23, he's not going to die this turn. Especially not with his biggest attack units not being there. So the other thing he's doing is preventing me from having a buff and pressing my buff on the Drow Ranger, and even then I still wouldn't kill the lane. So that was a mistake. And my opponent's out of cards, has a few actives, but they don't prevent lethal in the first lane. Or I should say the right lane. Alright, so press to win, let's do that. Nice. I feel like I'm gatekeeping this guy really hard. He's one rank away from being in Legend. But he has to earn it like the rest of us. Checking out some profiles here. Don't mind me. Okay. Alright, so let's I left all the channels. I didn't know I could do that. Interesting. And I guess I can't get them back either. Alright. I will look from their game. Yeah, oh, I see what your comment means now, Copenhagen does. Yeah. I also am bothered by the fact that people just make tiers and then don't order things within tiers. Especially, I mean, sometimes you just have a lot of tiers and it makes sense to do it that way, or a little bit more sense. But since I had such big tiers, like with more than 10 things in each tier, I think it's pretty important to order within the tiers, because it actually matters when you have such big tiers. I'd say the tier with the highest variance, internal variance, would be tier... Actually, I don't know if that's true. I think actually a lot of the tiers... Yeah. S, A, and B all have pretty big differences between the first tier and the tier and the third tier and the last tier and the tier, rather. Alright, got another game here against Jedi. Not sure if I've ever played with this man. Alright, so according to the tier list, you should go Tidehunter, of course. We're fresh off a win with the Tidehunter. And it certainly worked in that game. Okay. So, according to tier list, I guess it should be Chen now. Jamoy, yeah, pretty situational. But I'm also looking at the fact that Tidehunter's ability is definitely one that you would like to use Runic Instigation on. Unfortunately, just that is not going to be enough. Because a lot of the times you will draw Runic Instigation after he presses his Tidehunter stun button, and then it's useless. And sometimes, even if you increase the cooldown, his base Anchor Smash will already have been used several times, or will be going off, and then you're still behind. So really, the only thing I think that provides enough value to counter the Tidehunter here is Chen. Tidehunter games also tend to be fairly fast. Not that fast, but you can't drag them on until mana 11, mana 12 like you sometimes can with Jamoy to draw those extra few cards and really get use out of his passive, which can be used every 2 turns. And obviously this passive just gets, or active rather, this active gets much, much better the longer the game lasts, because not only do you run out of cards and need more cards, but the cost stays the same, so it's always 1 mana, and at the end of the game you just have few cards and lots of mana, so this gets better and better as you go. Chen, though, I think is just going to be better. Better hero. Okay. And now we see Arc Warden, trash. Magnus, I didn't put him on the tier list because he's new. So I need to update him. Update that. But he is definitely not S tier. If anything, he's high B, low A. Rix, not something I'm looking to play. Very situational unit. And Rix Oathbound, I put in A tier, I believe. And I still think that's true. In fact, I put him above Chen. So I think I'll pick Rix. And I'll try to go play around the Tidehunter. Try to deal damage in other lanes. This doesn't mean I'll have to pick more black heroes that would play my black cards. Probably have to go 3 black heroes if I pick Rix, which is why he's not that high. He's not S tier. You have to draft around him pretty hard. Okay, and now we lost the Sorely Khan, which sort of stinks, but the opponent doesn't have many good choices here either. Get Magnus, not that great. Ursa's pretty good. Underlord, well, we're already in green, and Underlord's S tier. Other choices don't make too much sense. I mean, I can definitely see an argument for Venomancer. But we're already trying to go to a lot of colors here. And with the comp my opponent's drafting, I need some more heroes that can take a hit or two. All right. This is not looking the greatest. If I had taken Venomancer, I might take Luna now, but it'd be a very risky comp with squishy green and squishy blue heroes. Since we're here, I would prefer Winter Wyvern to Farben. This does give Beastmaster over to my opponent, but I think I need to continue the path I'm already on here. If I pivot over to red, well, my opponent's looking to take the good red heroes anyway, so I probably won't get too many good red heroes. And Beastmaster is not a red hero you can run on his own. He needs support. I would need 1 good frontline red hero, and 2 of the good frontline red heroes are already taken. Okay, well, I lost a Nyx. So I lost Nyx and I lost Sorla Khan, which are the two S tier black heroes for me. Unfortunate. I guess Shadow Fiend also is one that I could get. Okay. Alright, well my opponent has picked 5 red heroes, so it's going monocolored. And I do see a Phantom Lancer, which I have as the top unit in the game. So I could consider a late pivot to red. I could also even consider running a Phantom Lancer with no support. I've never really done that before, just to see if it's so broken that it doesn't even matter if you play red or not. You can just jam him in anything. I'm curious to see if that would work. And on the other hand, Necrophos, Omni Knight do not excite me that much. Obviously, they're both in A tier somewhere. I'll try this. Now we're looking at a Centaur Warrunner pick. Ooh, man, Prelix should have been blue. Okay, I just had a really dumb idea to also take Prelix and just go 4-color. So what can I do here? The Chen can go in the Beastmaster lane and steal the Beast. The Underlord can control lanes and farm his hero card. The Rix can push damage. The Winter Wyvern can play all my black cards. Do I have enough black heroes? I mean, I think if I hadn't taken the Phantom Lancer, Bloodseeker would be a natural finisher to my comp. I need something that can stand in front of Troll Warlord, I guess. And what would that be? That might be a Centaur Warrunner, honestly. Okay. Interesting. So what I feel like I'm doing here with this comp now is I'm sort of one by one countering my opponent's heroes. Centaur Warrunner somewhat counters Troll Warlord. Chen somewhat counters Beastmaster. I think I'll try the Centaur here and see where that takes me. Yes, I've moved down on the leaderboard to 16th by winning. You got a Legion Commander at the end. Oh no. Okay, I didn't see that happen. Okay, this is a very, 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 very tenuous moment. I have to decide how to play this. I think Chen last. Underlord open. Phantom Lancer open. Centaur Warrunner makes it really hard to squeeze in my black heroes. I just don't see any other good way to counter the Troll. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could come in with Rix to counter the Troll on turn 2. Play Winter Wyvern turn 1. I sort of like that. And then trade with the Troll, and I would get my reset. And then... yeah, okay, I like that. So maybe if I were doing it again, I would trade Winter Wyvern for the Bloodseeker, but still maybe not. I sort of need the movement trick and utility. Okay, so again, this game I have 1, 2, 3 actives. Opponent's gonna have 1, 2, just 2. So I'm probably gonna run over in the early game, as I say almost every game. Oh no, my opponent decided to run Magnus over something. I don't know what he ran Magnus over. Okay. So I'm going to have to run Overlord, or Underlord mid, I believe. Probably get rolled by the Tidehunter very quickly. I'd like to run Phantom Lancer left lane. Okay, and I'd like to run Winter Wyvern What is the movement amount? Range 3. So if I put it here, I can go to mid as far as possible, and I can also go anywhere in this lane. So let's deploy right here. Okay, sets up the trade turn 1. That's par for the course. I have been offered an Iron Fog Gold Mine, which is an excellent turn 1 play, I must say. Let's take a look at my late game. Well, I have Captured Thunderhide, which will be very difficult to pull off properly, but anyway, it'll be at least a 6-mana 6/6. What other 2-color cards do I have? Not many. And, well, pretty good red card, honestly. With the late game, I can apply it to any lane, so it doesn't matter which lane my guy is in. Okay, I like the deck. My opponent, yeah. Opponent has a pretty consistently good deck here. Okay, so let's get down the Iron Fog Gold Mine. I'm always going to do that. I'm not going to play the Courier yet, so I want to have initiative. Okay, the Twisted Path, I don't need to spend mana on that early. Murder Plot, also pretty bad early. Winter's Curse might be interesting. I have initiative, so I'll pass. Let's see what the opponent does. Gush. Okay, that does nothing. That was literally 3 mana to do nothing. This is a lower ranked opponent than I usually encounter, so I guess that's fine. These will trade anyway, and the Gush was a temporary debuff. Okay, now I'm sitting with 23 gold. I farmed a hero, and I also farmed the gold off of this item, or this tower enchantment. Random Rack. Why can't I see what that card is properly? Is it bugged? Okay, well I know what it is because it says Bounty. I think Blade of the Vigil is always just really good though. Especially it's an early buy. It's underpriced, so let's get that. And I'll try to apply it here. As I said, I'm going to block this with Rix. Rix will die. I mean, Rix will always die here somehow, right? Either he's got the hero card to kill it, or he's got some other way to kill it. Either way, I won't have 2 black heroes in one lane for long. Stun an enemy, its allied name, or strike it. I like that. I can get it killed mid here, probably. And next turn I can send another hero mid and steal the beast. So let's do that. I can also Arctic Burn over and deal with the things that way. It's interesting. Okay. So let's give the Blade of the Vigil. And next turn I want to spend my mana on Hand of God, I think. So I'd like to get initiative for that before anything happens. Okay, so now I'm threatening the Tidehunter, which is an unusual situation for my opponent to be in. Let's see how he deals with it. I mean, if he plays any card in this lane, I will take damage. But I have not committed my Winter's Curse yet, so we'll see what he does. If he has a Gush or something, I mean, he already spent 1 Gush for no effect, so he probably doesn't have another one. Let's hit chat. Okay, it was a direct stun. Interesting. Huh, I like that. I like that he's burning a 3-mana stun on turn 2. I don't like how if I bring the Winter Wyvern over, it will just trade 1 for 1. I think I might be able to do better than that. I do have initiative now. So if I hold initiative, what did I want to do? I wanted to play Hand of God next turn. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pass. It's an item as well, huh? The ring, okay. It's a bit of a problem. Caster gains +6 attack. Oh no. So I can't cast it with this thing. I'm going to give away the initiative and to get this down now. I can also throw him this turn. I think I'll throw him this turn. So I traded 6 damage on his tower for 2 on my tower, but it also resets the troll's counter there. Okay, again, this is not cool. It does say the random rack, but I'm supposed to see what random item I'm getting. Play effect, so it's probably the sword. Can I see it for a second there? No. I believe it's just the sword, because it's got a play effect. The healing sword, I don't want that. Do I want a hook net? I could kind of use a hook net, I think. Or a ring of Basilius, one of the two. I guess hook net is technically better, right? Maybe ring is better. Cost less, I'm taking that. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so I got the Phantom Lancer to a safe place. Should start taking over left lane, which is still completely empty. I have drawn to capture Thunderhide now, which is going to be tough to use. At least to its full effect. I'd still like to play Hand of God this turn as well. That'll save this, save this, save this, save this. It's going to be really good. And it should also guarantee that this Phantom Lancer never dies this game. Is it going to be a duel? Battle Trance, okay. Basically duel. Okay, that makes me want a Hand of God a little bit less. I'm still dealing a truckload of damage mid with the cleave. And I'd like to not lose this hero and this hero. So let's just do that. I can also apply the ring to Rix over here. That way it'll take the troll a little bit longer to kill him. And I can get another minion next turn to block the Legion Commander while I'm waiting for this guy to come back from the duel. And, well, you might be wondering why I don't just go around this troll who has so much defense now, and the fact of the matter is I have 6 and he has 2, but actually he deals more damage if we both just farm each other's lanes. Every time he starts a turn or attacks during normal combat, he gets 1 more stack, and he'll hit the tower for even more. Okay, so this is even better now because I wanted to do this anyway, and now the minion trade is not favoring my opponent. So that's looking good. Tidehunter down. First time I've said that in a very long time. Okay. Bounce. So this is another Clazorim Hourglass. Do I have 2 of those in my deck, just to make sure? I have 3. Okay. So this is all Clazorim, Clazorim, Clazorim. And I could consider using that to bounce the Rix after combat. I sort of like that. Could also use it to bounce the Underlord after combat. Although any of those heroes that I bounce will lose their Hand of God buffs, which stinks. So maybe it's better to take the heal, or just save. I think save, actually. These items are not that good. Okay, my opponent has initiative again, so let's see what he does. Arrowfell Brawler. Okay, clears that off. Good play. Annoying. Okay, I don't think Hand of God is in order yet. I only have 3 heroes to cast it on, so it loses a lot of value. I think it's probably going to be Screeching Harpy plus Hero Power from Chen. Unfortunately, as soon as I Hero Power, he's going to make another unit, but I guess we just have to deal with that. So let's do it. It's pretty good value anyway. And I'm glad I get to take a 3-3 instead of a 3-1. Actually, this is a 1-1, honestly. So he made another one. But I can boot that thing away. And as long as it's not standing next to Beastmaster, it's way less powerful. So yeah, now I'm just clearing it for free. And let's see what he does. Infernal Amulet, okay. So I have to watch the health mid. Watch the health right. Left lane should be fine eventually if I can hold everything else. Okay. Let's upgrade. No information about what this is right now, other than that it's 25 gold, which actually is information. And I only have Blink Daggers at 25, so it has to be a Blink Dagger. Let's take that Blink Dagger here, because I actually can see that one. Okay. And now I can finally clear this thing, because it's down to 3 health. And Winter Wyvern, I'm not sure about. Winter's Curse, not that useful. Tidehunter's coming in with a stun. So maybe just stun the Tidehunter, huh? I think that would be best. Stun the Tidehunter, hold mid. Okay, I'll come back to that in a moment. But I miscalculated over there. Stun Tide. So now all three of these heroes are dying as of right now. That's really weird, huh? So the stacks, I'll come back to this now. The stacks did not reset even though the hero died. So I should not have blocked that at all. I should have just let him start attacking tower. Annoying. So I got 0 value out of bringing this hero back early. Okay, that's sort of his late game play, isn't it? 2 mana left for my opponent. And I guess I go for Unearthed Secrets mid. Can farm a lot of gold and cards for me over time. But right lane is definitely out of hand because of my misplay there. Okay. Interesting. Did not know how that would work, so it just dealt 2 extra damage to my black hero. Now, I'm happy that I've already spent my black cards. I don't really need Murder Plot. So let's just make sure this unit dies over here. Make sure everything dies mid. And I'll trade for one of my heroes. So I should be able to take mid now. And at the same time, I won't lose mid. I think the whole game should be about holding mid now. This costs 20. What do I have that costs 20? Main Gauche. That's actually really good right now, I think. Underlord. Oh, he already has an item, though. Maybe another Blink Dagger, then? Or probably nothing. Healing Blade. Yeah, I'm offered all attacking items. So let's just skip again, I think. Alright, I'm going to deploy this left or right lane. It's only lane I can take advantage of this cleave item in, and then I can use his ability next turn to move over if I need to mid. And you can see when my heroes keep rotating in and out of death here, it's hard to use Hand of God. So I really would like to get initiative for next turn. Oh god. They just buffed this item. 30 gold, not only does it give a lot of extra attack, but it also battles the unit blocking it when you play it. Absolutely nuts. So, captured Thunderhide. That'll put my opponent's tower down to 1, I think. Sorry, I miscounted 2. Okay, but now the play effect is used up, right? Okay, and I have initiative, so I'll keep it. Now the play effect is used up. I don't have another stun for mid. He can Tidehunter stun mid. I need a health item. Basically. Okay, he can draw another card. This is why Phantom Lancer's like uncontested tier 1. Just wins the whole lane by itself for free. Okay, I wish I could see this. It's another 25, so that's the Blink Dagger. Allied units have +4 armor and lifesteal. I like that. I like that if he's going to be Tidehunter stunning me this turn. Yeah, it's like all my gold, but I think it's going to be worth it. And I would definitely want another unit to be mid. Or at least available to go mid. I need... Also need to not die right lane. This is quick attack. Okay, I have initiative. So I think the first thing is to buff everyone's health. I can't stun the Tide, so I'm going to get stunned. Yeah, Oops is plus 16 health for 5 mana, so I'll do it. There's the Tide stun. Alright, and now, since I'm winning, if nothing happens... Oh, what did I? I did draw a stun somewhere there. Perhaps I drew it this turn. I must have drawn it this turn. But it's black anyway, so I can't use it quite yet. Well, I can use it, actually. I can use it here. And in fact, I probably should. That's like one of the ways I lose, right? Unfortunately, he'll draw another card off of that. He's really got a lot of cards. Okay, let's stun that girl. Okay, the card went into his +1 pool, so he's overdrawing by 1. Extra cards drawn in this game that just go into a pool, and then as soon as you play a card, you get more cards put into your pool. Close game now. Okay, so he's going that way. I'll probably summon another dog here then, I guess. I'd like to see more of what he's doing before I apply my item. Okay, he does have no hesitation as well, so I need to make sure I'm not in lethal range on any lane. Okay, I still believe he's going to do more things, so let's wait. Okay. Good. Now I'll apply this so I don't lose too much health mid. And my latency is intact even though I'm stunned. It's really quite a good item right now. I've barely ever bought this item, but it's +4 armor and lifesteal for the whole lane, so it's quite good. Alright, yeah, gosh, it's going to make the units a little bit lower. Actually, it still almost kills my Chen, unfortunately, but now he's out of mana. And all he can do is the blink scroll activation. Amazing. I forgot about the Chen passive as well. Alright, can't buy much now. Healing is not too important. Except on that Chen. I have initiative. I think I'll save. Okay. So now this is dealing 6 immediately to face. I should block that damage. I can TP it to them lane if I need to, but I need to hold right lane for a longer time. It's just such a slow process to win mid. Okay. Slay, that's great. I could slay this one. I'll start by wholly persuasioning this minion. Oh, he's got a lot of minions in his hand, doesn't he? He's been farming the whole time with this. Shoot. I don't think I'm gonna slay this first, I think. Get this thing out of the way. I don't think he has a 5 damage spell. And there's no piercing damage, so. And I guess he could have a stun. Oh no, he's got a duel over there. Oh, forgot about that one. So that's... Oh, shoot. I should have stolen first. Mm-hmm. Well, I can TP over the Phantom Lancer since I've already one left. I lost armor there as well. Let's get another one of those. Also getting quick cat. I'm getting quick attacked here too. It's annoying. What's that? Gush. Okay. Alright, so we're done with his mana. That's good. What's the item? 4 staff are not too impactful yet. How to survive next turn. Losing 2 more heroes, and I already lost 1. I'm kind of getting through a bit, but not really. This is not dying because of my opponent's item here. He's drawing an extra card every turn, and it's discounted. That's the problem, and it's minion, so it can block. Okay. This is not good. And I'll eventually win left if nothing happens else on the board, but plus 10 attack. So I can't see what that is. What's 20 gold? Main gauche, yeah. Or Claymore. 10 attack. I mean, I can't get through, so 10 attack is not that useful. Might be useful over here. Does the Rix have any items? Yes. So I guess Claymore, huh? Yeah. I can maybe win right lane with just throwing units at the tower. It's possible. Twisted Path. Drew 2 more Twisted Paths. Actually, that might be lethal because of that. 17 from this man. Alone. That's enough. So if I can get his mana low, I can try it. Or if I could even play one of them in mid lane. I could try that. Probably Brawler, okay. So I guess before I go to all that trouble, I'd like to bait out some other plays from my opponent. So let's start doing that. Nice. Also, I have mulch. Ooh, that's great. I can mulch. I can mulch away some enemies here, I suppose. Mulch away these two 1/1s. It's done. Beautiful. Happy to see that. There's probably still a duel of some kind, huh? I can't mirror plot this, huh? If he clears this unit, I cannot play any other blocker because I'm silenced. So I think this needs to come down. Block the 10 damage in case all goes wrong. Okay, item that doesn't do much. Alright, so the good news is it looks like I will live through this turn. Why is it 8 damage? Oh, it's feeble. It's really dumb of me then. Let's go do this then. Still feeble, right? Yeah. I'm 4-player chess guy. Yep. Playing this other game right now, though. Okay. Well, that's, I mean, probably game in my favor now. Opponent played all the mana in his hand, so there's no duels now. There's no items now. Already played an item. There's nothing. So I get free reign. And let's go ahead and use it. Well, that was a tough game because he drew so many extra cards. But I did have that late game inevitability with just throwing my minions past his. It's really tough to find a spot to use it though. I had to wait until all the mana was spent. I really don't think he should have done that in that last push, but of course, I mean, prolonging the game was not super in his favor because I would eventually win left. So he had to make something happen, but that was certainly not the thing to do. You should save at least 2 or 3 mana to stop that play, because I think he did have another duel or the other card that would have helped him there, which is the Troll Warlord card, Battle Trance. Yes. Okay. Well, I'm actually a little bit tired after 2 games. How's the chat doing? Just got a couple people in here, huh? Really having trouble moving up the ranks, aren't I? The player I just fought, though, has probably a pretty low elo. I mean, he's over 50% win rate. But he's starting to hit some of the good players, like Reaper of Souls, good player. Lost him several times. And who are the players he's beating? Beating players of his own rank. Some a bit higher. And the ranks don't really mean anything because until you get to the last rank, there's no elo, direct elo. So, yeah. Nice name there. Okay, I think we started around rank 20 or 21, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game win streak since then, which is really nice. I guess I'll attempt to get one more in here. That'll be it after chilling and painting. Nice. Painting the house. Painting what? I mean, obviously, if you're busy painting, don't feel any pressure to keep typing, especially if your hands are full of paint. Painting a miniature. Cool. I guess listening to podcasts or listening to streams would be really a cool thing to do if you're into painting. Because painting, I guess, I mean, at the beginning you probably need to do some thinking. Once you have an idea of what you want to do, it's just a matter of putting that idea down onto the page or onto the object. So at that point, it's just exporting the skills from your brain to the hand to the miniature. Painting's nice though. Painting's very therapeutic. But I guess sometimes it can feel like you're wasting time, or I could feel antsy while painting if there's nothing else to do. I feel like I need to be doing something while I'm painting if I do that, and I don't really normally do that. Because I guess I painted more before I had my own PC or before I had a smartphone. Like when I was a kid, I used to paint and do art. Yeah, relaxing. I agree. Plus, it gives you something tangible, something useful. that you can look back and be like, yeah, I did that. And, you know, you might even be able to put it up. If you're good enough, you can put it up as art in your own home to appreciate, you know, for yourself and guests. And I guess if it's a miniature, you have maybe some practical application for it. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's for a game, or maybe it's for you to keep or sell, I don't know. But I know some people get into their miniatures for like Warhammer or whatever. I know with like Magic, people like to have their cards modded by several different types of modders or painters. And I assume people who play miniatures would do the same thing. Painting a 3D printed Inkling from Splatoon as a commission to fuel my Warhammer mini purchases as well. Nice. It's amazing. Let me search Inkling from Splatoon. What is Splatoon? Japanese third-person shooter game franchise. So, if it's a third-person shooter, I don't know how you'd use the miniatures. I guess they're just collectible in some way. But if you're into painting and you also collect Warhammer stuff, then it's probably cool. You could probably mod your own things. Alright, the opponent has picked Debbie. Now, last we checked, yesterday, I ranked Debbie in... What did I rank Debbie? Let's see. I ranked Debbie in probably like the second two-third, or the second, or what would that be? Like the last one-third of A tier. I don't think anything... Oh, I didn't rank Abaddon yesterday either. He's not in this. Yeah, I forgot about 3 heroes so far for the tier list, but all of them are like, I would say A tier, bottom of A tier, or even B tier. So nothing S tier that I didn't rank. Imperia, tough to use if you don't have support. Sniper, tough to use if you don't have support. Abaddon, I forget his hero card exactly. But I guess it's a pretty good rate for 2 mana. You have some flexibility, but then deals 2 damage to your own caster as well. Which could be a heal on Abaddon, to be honest, but I assume some things. One buff they did to Abaddon was that they made it so that his heal when he's dealt damage also purges, and it can be used when he's stunned or silenced, so he completely counters stunning comps. That being said, Debbie just doesn't care about stunning you. Debbie just goes face. And Abaddon sits there and does not hit face very much. Low attack and no way to improve it within his kit. Imperia can hit face for a lot if paired with Pierpont. Darkseer I'm actually considering now because Darkseer can give allies taunt in the late game. Good against black. He can move enemies in the lane toward a target slot, which stops enemies from hitting towers and forces them to fight one-on-one battles, which is what black heroes do poorly. And then he's also red, which is in a good color comp, and he has a quick cast ability, which can be used for getting initiative. So normally I would say against the S tier heroes, his stat line is too poor to really compare or interact, but against black heroes, he might be just what I need. Okay, then I am offered Pierpont, but I didn't pick Imperia, so that sort of sucks. Pugna, no. Farben, no. Pierpont and Legion Commander. Okay, I think I have... Yeah, they're right next to each other on the tier list, both S tier. And I'm going to lean towards Legion Commander because I have already picked a red hero. And in addition to that, black heroes are usually pretty easy to duel. If my opponent's going black. I think now what my opponent should do is just pivot towards some other colors and forget about the Debbie pick. So I've already given him some reason to do that by picking Darkseer. Probably better for him to take the Timbersaw or the Pierpont. And go from there. Okay, Pierpont. And Underlord. Okay, so it's a complete pivot away. Now he's almost guaranteed to be in blue-green, and he has 2 S tier heroes in those colors, which is interesting. Keith the Bold. Keith the Bold, yes. Keith the Bold has to have some synergy with Darkseer because, well, the taunt and retaliate is pretty good on him. How much retaliate is it again? 3 retaliate permanently. Wow. I might actually end up playing Darkseer this game, which I have not done much. I have him close to the bottom of B tier, but I'd like to try it out if there's not too much else going on here. The other alternative here would be Sand King or Jamoy. I don't think Storm Spirit is good enough. Sand King brings a stun. Keith brings some nicely timed kills and can taunt well. So I can pick Keith if I think I can take this to late game. And against Underlord, that's going to be a little bit tough. But Keith also does counter Underlord in the late game. So let's try that. And now we're offered an early game Ursa, which I'm not super keen on. A late game Rubik. I already have too many late game cards. I have Keith and Darkseer. And then the Lady Enshu is likely to get out of control if I also give that over to my opponent. So I'm going to take that and maybe go red-green, but maybe pivot back. And giving the Ursa to my opponent is not that strong for him since he's already in 3 colors that are not red. So if my opponent were in red, I'd probably go for the Ursa. But now I'm picking an S tier card as well as denying it from my opponent. And picking Ursa is just, I don't know, it's just an A tier card that doesn't do much for me. Doesn't help my late game. It accomplishes some of the same things I'm already doing with Legion Commander, so. Like, unfortunately, there's only so many heroes you can fight. If you're going for something like Black, where you're trying to deal face damage, of course you can always deal more face damage until you end the game. But if you kill all their heroes, then there's no more heroes to kill, and then they come back and then you lose. So I have to diversify my play a little bit here. Let's check the chat. Warhammer is mostly a painting hobby. Okay, cool. And your friend plays, or your friend is the recipient. Cool. I love to see that stuff. I love to see I don't know. I don't even know if I'd call it small business, but just individual people building cool stuff. Okay, so my opponent pivoted back into black, and what he's trying to do now is to draft these 3 black heroes, and then if he's offered a good blue hero, he'll take that. If he's offered a good green hero, he'll take that. Luckily, I do have some control over that, so I'll be sending the next pick over to him. I think Enchantress is better than Centaur. It certainly is on my tier list. And let's do that. This also probably cements me in green. And then, ooh, oh no. Ah. Oh my. Well. Okay, here's a decision. I could have a much better comp if I pick Phantom Lancer, but my opponent's comp will also be much better if he gets an Earthshaker. I think Omni Knight is not good enough compared to these two to be considered here. So I will be going 3 red, 2 green. Earthshaker kind of counters Phantom Lancer because Phantom Lancer fills the lane and then Earthshaker can come and drop his card, and that clears the whole lane. Meanwhile, my opponent will be making my spells cost more and trying to burst down into the lane while having Death Prophet for even more late game after the Earthshaker. So it's going to be even tougher to recover from it. I'm in sort of a bad spot because I'm playing for the late game, but my opponent's going to have better late game than me. Well, let's say I took the Earthshaker, then my opponent would probably take Omni Knight or take another blue hero behind this. I think it's going to be better to take the Phantom Lancer, because there could be an almost as good blue hero behind this. Omni Knight is not bad either. Okay. I take a Shadow Fiend. Okay, well, I'm much less scared of that, although it is an S tier black hero. Always opening with this, always opening with Legion. Happy to open with Enchantress. And I think this will be the loadout. And Darkseer may not make the cut now. Shadow Fiend is a good target for Keeve. Bloodseeker is a good target for Keeve. Death Prophet's a good target for Keeve. Underlord late game could be a good target. Debbie's always a good target. So Keith is always finding targets. The only way I could see doing this would be to get the Darkseer, and would be to do Darkseer instead of Enchantress and then run one Lady Anshu. Certainly possible. But I think it's better to have more flexibility with the green spells. I'm a little bit worried about it. And this way I should get offered more Captured Thunder Hides, which is really going to be good against this comp. So I'm not too worried about it. I think I can make this work. And he decided to go for the Underlord rather than the blue hero. And the rank is somewhat low. So, I guess I'm winning every matchup with Legion Commander, so I should try and hit him. I guess it's best to deploy central mid. Unless I have the 2-mana card. And I don't. Yes, this should be the best deployment. Alright, perfect matchup there. Let's deploy Phantom Lancer right lane. And then whenever he deploys This lane I can disarm with the Enchantress for now. Okay, so Debbie will get an additional armor because she hits the tower. However, I can provide support next turn with the Lady Anshu for right lane. And Phantom Blitzer will quickly fill up the lane with garbage, so that'll hopefully end quickly. Okay, Atrophy Aura. Well, that's the best turn 1 play he could have. And I think rather than Veteran's Insight, I'd rather get down the Smeeble. And why is that? Well, that's because it's an extra 2 tower damage. It forces my buff to go onto attack rather than random. What else? I suppose I could also try going right lane. Yeah, in fact, I'd rather force him to go right lane with this stuff. Actually, no, let's do Veteran's Insight right lane. I'm going to fill it up with garbage anyway, so let's save the minion for mid. So this is a slightly grittier play. I also noticed that he's going to have Death Prophet next turn, right? And the Death Prophet, when it comes in, it deals 2 damage to the enemy blocking unit, so he can just come in and instantly kill the Smeeble. So I'd prefer that not to happen. Okay, and this healed, which is good, so now the Bloodseeker doesn't get bonus attack. Okay, looks like I can see all my items now. That's good, that's back to normal. And I'm tempted to take the Bracers of Sacrifice here, if only because it's going to be really stellar on my girl here. Okay, so we'll see if he deploys this right to start clearing some of these minions. And if he does, I'm pretty happy with it, I think. Pretty happy he deployed 2 black minions in right. Of course, he does have 4. It's not that big of a sacrifice, I suppose. Okay, so this Greevil will have no attack in mid. It's a little bit useless. Okay, so I could battle my creep to here and clear that off. That's one option. I think I'll start with the courier. And what did I farm? I farmed 1 armor last turn with the Veteran's Insight. That's pretty good. Let's check out the decks. Unearth Secrets, that could give him a lot of gold and cards. This card can give him some value over the course of the game. What do I have? I have 1 Captured Thunderhide, 1 Corrosive Mist, well, I actually don't really like that, but it's fine. And 2 Thunderhide packs, so this is and 2 Champions of the Ancient. Wow, so this is a really late game deck. I should try and avoid trading damage on towers. Should avoid damage trading on towers, yes. Okay, so this says cleave. I could cleave this thing and Debbie. Let's equip the item first. So he wanted to save the value on that unit. Still has not played his item. I believe I can hold the enchant for later. Although it's slowing down my snowball to keep this out. It's just going to farm my new Phantom Lancer minion every turn. What does he have for 1 mana? Grazing Shot. A lot of things he has for 1 mana. Wow. I'm just going to do this, I think. Puts me at 0 mana, but the only thing you get threatened with is oh, actually, there's a couple things you can threaten with. But in any case, if this dies, I get her back. This can never die. This can trade at worst, I think. This could trade as well, yes. It's not a very good item, though. It's 2 attack, and he's losing the unit anyway this turn. Alright, that's a play. That's pretty good. I'm a little curious about my Keef here. Maybe I shouldn't have spent the enchant. I could have kept Keef for this lane. Although I don't want 3 heroes in this lane. I think it's fine. Tower damage, not that useful. Ring, so not that useful right now. Maybe I just take the tower damage item and start hitting towers with Keef. Force my opponent to come to me. Could work. I kind of like that. I think the regeneration, my opponent will just try and go around me, right? Okay, so I'll have to stop this pillaging. And then, so that Keef doesn't just get isolated in this lane and become obsolete, I have the damage item, so he has 7 tower damage. And I guess let's start by proccing this thing, so nothing bad happens in this lane. I get the +2 health bonus, so these units are virtually unkillable now. And I will be almost winning the lane just with this unit. And now that I look at this, I do have Poised to Strike. So I think that's better use because it also kills this, which eventually gives infinite value. And it'll clear all his 3 minions. And I don't have to spend this important button. So let's do that. Check the chat for a moment. Artelius is still floating over right lane. Yes. Well, no one said anything about that. Hold on. Hold on. You don't need to see right lane, Max. Okay, hold on. I'll remove that, or I'll just move it down so I can access it later if I need it. Amazing. Okay, what happened? He just passed. Okay. Geez, these are some really low value cards. I guess I will... I'll just get a Smeevil mid to clear that one minion and get one attack with the Legion. It's about all I can do with my turn. And then equip an item. Okay. This is now a pretty favorable tower trade for me. I'm happy I bought the item. Okay, farmed some more attack there, farmed another health. Where did it farm? Yeah, it farmed one more armor on him. Blade of the Vigil, I can take Cleave. I think I want Cleave. My blue heroes are coming back this round, so let's allocate them. First of all, this definitely goes here to disarm the Shadow Fiend, and then I should get a green hero mid as well. Here. Enchantress, look at that girl. So when you deploy her, or when a unit deals physical damage to her, she disarms them until their next combat, which is stellar. So Shadow Fiend, a unit that normally just scales out of control with the damage, disarmed. And okay, I have a Thunderhide pack for next turn. My mana cannot really be spent this turn though, so I should do what I can to deal with that. Okay. It's a pretty good play. What does he have? 3 mana now. Sanguinate, he already used that. There's his Shadow Fiend hero power. And if we get down to here, there's some more cards that don't affect. There's basically nothing that can kill Keith, that's the point. You just drain 5 health from it though, which is pretty annoying. I would like to cleave down the Death Prophet this turn. Oh, also that gave Bloodseeker a lot more attack. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. It's a 1 mana card, but it's a peak value right now. Gives their caster a damage immunity just for 1 turn. So that's killing him. I'm not dying. And there's no way for him to get that 10 damage to face. Alright, so he's considering using Death Prophet to slay this off. Probably a good choice. I will still wait with my item to see if he uses that or not. So I'll put down 1 more damage over here. I don't want to put it in left lane because, well, the Shadow Fiend hero power is a little bit too good against X1 units. The Shadow Fiend hero power comes down. Ooh, that's really bad now. Because now the Death Prophet will kill both of these. Now that he got... I mean, it was... I guess he had to get 2 out of 3 times 1 out of 3. That was a 2/9 chance of him missing that. So most of the time he would hit that at least once. And so this will kill both of these right now. But I won't take any tower damage this particular turn. But I also lose 7 tower damage. That's bad. Okay, so let's just these do nothing. This cleave does actually nothing this turn. I can't get any value out of it, fortunately. so that's cleared off. Wish I could give my minion this blade. Okay. And yes, I'm still happy I spent this. I'm blocking. I mean, if this thing came through for 13 tower damage, I'd be pretty mad about it. Oh wait, I wonder if he has the 1 mana. He could come over here and gank this thing for 1 mana, maybe. Ooh, if he does that... Oh no, okay, he didn't do that good. Oops. Alright, well... I guess in addition, I'm also gaining 1 additional damage with the Legion Commander now, because it's fighting while this is still in play. He also has 28 gold, keep in mind. I spent my mana on, or my money on an item I can't use. So that's pretty bad. I would like to buy the Barb Mail. I think that will be useful on the Keef when he comes back. Actually, I'll skip. I think Keef will be useful when he comes back either way. Jeez, this is terrible, man. Okay, I guess the battle I can do is Thunderhide Pack mid. And this does have trample, so I'm going to place it here. And that's about all I can do this turn. Ah, that's a really nice item for him. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to do more work to contest right lane now. So, basically, Phantom Lancer by itself, owning this hero. Phantom Lancer by itself, after this hero equips its item, its particular hero card. By the way, S tier hero over here, by the way. Still owning the hero. Now that he equipped, in addition to that, a 20 gold item, now I have to pay more attention to the lane. So that just shows you what kind of a class Phantom Lancer is in on its own. Okay, so this is going to be really tough now in the right-hand lane. And unfortunately, my Lady Anshu is not particularly useful right now. Okay. I guess I would buy the... Now that I see how he's deployed, I would buy the armor for Keef if I'm offered it again. I probably will. Well, not probably, but let's see. Yeah, I have about a 40% chance of getting offered that again, maybe. And then if I upgrade, I will be offered Broadsword, Bane Gouge, and Bristol Emblem. Let's see what I'm offered. Okay, I did get the Barbed Mail, so let's get that for Keef. And do I want those things? Probably not. So Keef left. And Enchantress right to deal with this thing. Otherwise it's going to start slapping my tower for a lot. I guess the only argument would be I don't care if it slaps my tower for a lot because I might just go ahead and win left anyway. I think I'll try that. So I'll take 10 on my tower this turn. No, this has to be better. Ah, he brought everything to right lane. Interesting. He's not going for mid at all anymore. Guess we could have expected that. I have drawn a duel finally, and that is simply fantastic. Why do I have -2 armor? Oh no, this is bad. This is very bad because he could easily have the 8 mana card. That would deal 12. Okay. I think already I'm looking at dueling this. Yeah, that seems good. Actually, why would I duel it when I can use enchant to kill it, right? Duel is something I feel like I should save. I still have very many good uses for enchant this game. He's never going to let my Thunderhide duel anything, so let's just preserve the duel, I think. So it'd still let me duel this hero this turn if I so desire. I'm worried about the 8 mana card though for Death Prophet. Say he played it on the left lane, I would lose that unit, and then this Bloodseeker would get charged up to a high attack. Guess which wouldn't matter. It would all go into this unit anyway. What happened there? He pressed the Shadow Fiend button. Okay, so that means he doesn't have it. Or if he has it, he's not playing it this turn. It's an 8 mana card. Okay. Also just got a little bit harder for me to duel this thing. Yeah, dueling this thing would kill my man, unfortunately, for the 1/1. Still have some time here, so let's put down Path of the Dreamer first. Let's see what he does. I'm way overkilling the mid lane, which is unfortunate. And he's just barely killing the left lane if I don't succeed with my plan here. I think if he could have killed this, he would have, because right now I can actually kill the Debbie. Ah, that was the plan. Deal 3 to a unit and 3 to the tower. Well, definitely good to deal damage to the tower for him right now. I think I need to spend my mana over here. And I think the way to spend it is Bard Mail. Plus the Keith button. I could potentially apply the blade here. Instead. And then Keith would go down to 1. but I'd keep my button. I guess better not to do that, because then the Death Prophet could come in 2 turns and clear it for free. Okay, opponent passed. Stop hitting yourself. That clears these 3. Basically, everything pointing at him battles itself with +2 attack. So if you taunt, then it's better. And I can give Enchantress the extra damage here, because I don't see another way to use that blade right now. And unfortunately, I'm still taking some... What did he just kill with that? I don't know. Either way, I think my goal is to hold left and right. Okay, these are useless. Let's upgrade. Well, now it might be just more than hold left or right. I'm getting some damage here. And yeah, I'm getting enough damage that I should probably just kill left here. This turn. I come out, it can't bring heroes. Actually, I maybe could have killed left even without anything, just a Legion Commander. But I should pay attention because he can bring this hero to any lane at any time, including with an entourage of Bloodseeker. So let's see. Can I kill mid? That's the other question. Well, not really, right? Not really. I can get 6 extra damage on... Ooh. Interesting play. Alright. Was it 24? Okay. Sure. Well, I can duel either of those, but it won't matter. So maybe it's better to just ignore that and try to win mid this turn. I could bring the Phantom Lancer to mid. I could equip the Broadsword. He'd be forced to teleport mid with only 1 mana. Then what would I do? Well, then I'd actually get to fight this, and he wouldn't clear right lane. So yeah, I like that. I guess let's give it to this girl. And then send him mid. Actually, 17 plus 8. No, I have to put it here. So he has to come mid now. I can kill off these 2. I might still lose. We'll see though. There's a couple ways I could lose this. Okay. Okay, what are the items on his other heroes? I think it's a good time to use this to clear off some items from my opponent. I also get the mulch, gives me another duel. Now into the fray this for initiative plus a kill. Okay. Annoying. So I'm threatening win on mid. I think it's anything other than a Blink Dagger really doesn't help me, right? I'm not offered a Blink Dagger. So I guess attack damage would also help a little bit. Do I have any more taunt? One more taunt, so I could buy this to try and buy the next taunt after it. Or I could buy this for 2 more attack. I already have +2 retaliate though. No, okay. Alright, let's see what he does. This actually looks pretty bad for me, honestly. If he has another copy of the Death Prophet card, which is Exorcism, I think I would lose. Or if he has a really good item. Although we'll see. Keep in mind, if he just wins left and right at the same time, it's not enough because I will win mid in between that. Duel and Blink Lady to left, maybe. I don't have a Blink Scroll anymore, that's the problem. Okay. Ooh, I did draw the hymn. Which means I can bring heroes back from the dead and put them in my lane. In mid. But right now I'm actually winning on board. So let us first see what my opponent does. Is there any way for him to kill this out of hand? There shouldn't be. No, there's no way. So I'm thinking he's going to try and kill this Thunderhide, in which case I would like to wait to use this girl until Thunderhide is dead, so I have more space to bring back more heroes. As for the order of the heroes coming back, I think it's random, so that's a little bit bad, but whatever. I still bring back all 3 and then I duel this girl. What does he have? Oh no. What does that do? Strikes adjacent units on both teams for 1 attack. Okay, that's not enough. Okay, good. Now I have 3 slots open. So let's do the hymn. I bring all 3 heroes back. I have 2 duels. Of course, my highest attack hero got placed in the middle there. But I can still duel this. Ooh, nice. Oh, wow. That also, because I killed her, it gave everything 2 health. So now this thing will die from that girl there. Okay. Still has 4 mana. And my duel does not do enough now. I could duel and then duel again. And that would give me a lot more damage, right? Right now there's no damage coming in from the Thunderhide. How much damage does this provide? This does not provide much damage at all. So I think it's better to duel. Before I duel, I think I can apply some armor. Actually, why would I, right? It's healing the full anyway. Just duel. I mean, even 1 duel is enough for lethal, right? Because she'll be low health. So he has to do something else now. Maybe I should have dueled with the higher attack minion. Okay, what does that change? Dang, he actually had another minion. He only gained 3 more damage here. I'm losing left, I'm losing right. I can duel here and get a trade. I'm still taking 3. Still taking 4, actually. It's not going to block any more damage. I'm so mad about this item. It did nothing the whole game. This is like an exact perfect loss. Alright, the duel. This isn't enough, but I'm just going to do it for fun. Duel doesn't do enough either. Oh well. Nice game. Very, very close. He's overkilling me by 1 on each tower. And I'm underkilling him by 2. Basically as close as you can get. And I didn't manage to clear this tower in time. And also, Ring of Basilisk plus Duel was an exact kill for him here. If I could live with 1 health, then I could clear this tower at the same time and it would be a tie. That was never possible. I don't know. My deck didn't offer me any Blink Daggers either. If I could have 1 Blink Dagger, it'd be an easy win, I suppose. Oh well, nice game, man. GG. You can't duel creeps, you can only duel heroes. But good, thank you for the suggestion. That would be good too. Yeah, you can't duel creeps. That's the unfortunate thing about duel. Which is why that hero isn't higher in the tier list. Nice game, nice game. Yeah, lost 2 ranks from that one, fortunately. Check my opponent's match history. Yeah, about a 50% win rate. You got to play a Death Prophet card and it snowballed 1 lane out of control. I was just short in every lane, so he played it well. And thus ends the 8-game win streak, unfortunately. Alright. Yep. 2 damage short, and he was overkilling me by 1 in both other lanes. Sucked. Is that his graveyard or a deck tracker? Yeah, deck tracker. And it's not only in draft that you can see your opponent's deck. You can see your opponent's deck all the time. And you can see your own deck as well. Yeah, it was a good game. And actually, I'm motivated enough that before I sign off here, I'm going to go ahead and check the replay. Take advantage of Valve's replay feature here. I haven't used it in a while, so I have to sort of remember how it works. See if there's any better plays I could have made. Okay. So can I do arrow keys or what is it? Oh, I can change the play speed here. That's weird. Why wouldn't it just go by actions? Why does it have to be replay speed? Okay, hold on. Let me just go back to ×1 speed here, just so I can see what he has. Round 1. Okay, all this stuff. Okay, so actually round 1. Yeah, I think what I did round 1 was fine. And what did he buy? He bought the Maul. The Maul helped him to trade here. I know I played Enchant this turn. I'm not convinced that was the right play. I also was thinking about doing Grievil Bronco here. Turns out he did have a grazing shot though, so that would have been pretty bad for me. So, turns out the enchantment's better. Okay. I mean, he's playing well. He's holding removal for later and playing minions with Pillager earlier. A lot of people get trapped into trying to remove stuff, and he's not. You don't want. I mean, you want to remove minions, but you don't want to remove heroes that early. If the game is going to get dragged out, and it did. I liked my purchase there because it actually made Keith a threat. Keep in mind, also like everything. Even his trebuchets that he played later also played into the tower health here. Played pretty importantly. Okay. Okay. So this Bracers ended up being epic for him. And Mike Keith never got to press his button before later in the game. So he got the Bracers value here. Huge Bracers value. And I overkilled mid by too much. I lost my green hero. My plan was to play the Thunderhide left lane. And Enchantress is never supposed to die there because his guy was disarmed when I deployed her. So the fact that he had Shadow Fiend damage plus his other hero dealt 4 damage with the Bracers. It was really a big deal. I had no way to counter it. I had no way to use this blade. Hold on, what were my shop choices besides that blade? Back in time. It's giving me all the same stuff here. I mean, my shop choices weren't the same every time. This is just wrong. Maybe if I actually fast forward to that part, it'll go back to the proper shop. So it's this next turn, right? Yeah, I found it at 15 gold, then it was in the shop. My god, I didn't even consider there. What the heck? I put it down to 1x speed too. Couldn't even see what was in that shop. Okay, 1x speed. This UI just sucks, by the way. Why does it have to be time-based? Why can't it just be click-based? Like, actions taking place. The time it took to make a decision doesn't matter. Okay, shopping phase. So I had no health items on order. This is much better now in most cases. And it was supposed to go on the Enchantress to kill this Shadow Fiend. So you had a really nice combo there. Draining the Keith down to 3 health. Playing this item that dealt 4 AoE. Getting exactly enough damage on both of them. And then pressing that item. That really just put me behind. To where I couldn't play my Thunderhide in left lane anymore. And that would have definitely been a game changer because I was winning mid. Would have won mid, 1 left. The other choice I was talking about was deploying Enchantress right lane to deal with this thing so it wouldn't snowball out of control. That could have saved me right lane for long enough to kill right. Maybe not long enough to kill right. Well, let's... Actually, no, that's what I did, isn't it? What did I do later? Yeah, I did deploy her right. And I never got left lane close enough, I don't think. This cleave does not hit towers, yeah. Let's see the chat. Chat is just GG's. Yeah, so... Did he have a second exorcism? I guess not, no. Just every card he had played to its full potential there. I had to enchant again here. He had the good start with the S tier guy with the S tier farming going turn 1 and got a good item on it as well. Okay, there's a lot of trebuchets then. Wow, that's a lot of trebuchets. You didn't even play them all. His last turn he had 10 mana and was exactly enough to play the 2 blockers he needed to survive mid. Man. Sorry, I guess he... Yeah, that was the last turn of the game, right? So I killed her. I mean, the only way I guess I could have done it... No, I guess that wouldn't have worked. I mean, if I had put the sword on something else... Both of these were blocked anyway. This random ordering is terrible too. If I'd gotten Enchantress in the middle, would have had lethal. I mean, that's only 1 in 3 for me, but still. I think it pulls about a random order when you use that ability and 3 heroes are waiting in the fountain. Okay. And here, let's just see if there's anything else I could have done this turn. I don't think so. I should have started dueling with this one because it's slightly more damage. But either way, his play, like if he just has 1 minion, it's the solution in any case. So it would be dealing 16, and this would be at 2 if I dueled with that instead. But then he blocks 7, so that's irrelevant. I can't deal 2 damage to that. I can duel this off, but that's 3 more damage only. If I play this, it's 3 more damage only. Nothing to do here. Yeah. Interesting how in just like an 8-turn game, there's so many decisions to be made. I love it. I love it. And the game probably took like more than half an hour, easily, to play 8 turns. I love it. I love this game. But yeah, perfect mana from him on the very last turn to survive. Annoying. Oh, well, it's like the stars aligned for my opponent that game at the end. All right. Well, I think this weekend I will continue the grind, continue to climb. Title still makes sense, still top 20. I'd like to update it to top 10 gameplay, but have to get there first. And that loss did not help out. So thanks guys for tuning in. And yeah. All right. Probably gonna go talk to some of my friends and maybe watch a little bit of another streamer myself. Let's see if there's any way for me to raid someone. I've never done that yet. I mean, raiding with 3 viewers, I mean, these are just channels I follow. Is there anyone playing Artifact right now that I could actually help out? Let's see. If there's no one really playing Artifact, I'm not just gonna throw 3 random viewers at someone. Also, like, I don't know about you, but there's one other guy. He's playing Artifact. Spell or Russian man. Playing Artifact 1 though. I doubt you guys are super interested in that. But just to be a nice guy to another Artifact streamer, I will do the raid. And obviously I don't expect any of you to continue watching man play Artifact 1 in Russian. So feel free to leave as soon as I click the button or beforehand. But I mean, anytime any of my streamers raid, I just leave immediately as well. So I don't expect it to do much, but here we go. Oh, it says something went wrong. Try running that quick action later. Okay. And it says my connection is a bit unstable now. All right, so let's forget about that. And, well, see you guys next time. Have a good day.